Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Copenhagen. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Vans. I know some of you had a very long journey, so thanks to all of you for joining us today. And a big hello also to all of our viewers around the world on our global webcast. As you all know, urban transport and mobility are changing fast, and we strive to shape this change in support of our customers, but also for a better way of life in general. We have a very clear vision of how to do that. It's an urbanetic vision, and we are very excited and proud to share this vision with you today. Transforming transportation is a purpose we all share here at Daimler. To give you an idea of just how comprehensively we think about this topic, we invited Wilfried Pott, our board member for HR and Mercedes-Benz Vans. He will show you how the approach at Mercedes-Benz Vans is part of a bigger picture, composed by Daimler as a whole to shape the future of mobility. Following him, Volker Morninweg, head of Mercedes-Benz Vans, will explain exactly how our van division is contributing and how this will affect our business. And of course, Volker will also introduce you to our star of the day. After that, you will have plenty of time to take a close look at our ideas and innovations. We've prepared 5 workshops for you to dig into the details and get a chance to talk about everything with our experts. The first workshop starts right at 2 p.m. You'll find the color of your workshop on your lanyard card, just like this one, so just follow the schedule on this card. And finally, we'll all meet back here to answer your questions in this auditorium. That's it already from my side. It's time to get started. So please give a warm welcome to Wilfried Pott.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome from my side, and welcome to Copenhagen. Copenhagen is a really exciting place in terms of transport and mobility. There is the Öresund Bridge as a connection to Sweden, the world's longest cable-stayed bridge for road and rail traffic. If you then look around the city itself, if you have the chance, you will quickly notice the outstanding infrastructure for cyclists, including the numerous rental systems for bike sharing. And then there's the metro as a fully automated subway system without a driver. So there's a clear connection between Copenhagen and our announcement today. Networking, zero emissions, autonomous and sharing and autonomous mobility are also high on Daimler's agenda. So our strategy for this mobility of the future is CASE, an acronym for Connected, Autonomous, Shared and Services, and Electric. As many of you know, we are working on developing new solutions in these areas and leveraging the potential created by linking the CASE fields in all business areas. At Mercedes-Benz Vans, we started our Advance initiative in 2016, transforming the business from a mere vehicle manufacturer to a provider of holistic mobility solutions. Whether it is at Daimler or at Mercedes-Benz Vans, we have tackled the technological transformation very proactively, particularly in the field of autonomous driving. Think of our intelligent world drive, in which we send an S-Class equipped for deep learning around the world to gather information from real traffic situations. Or the Future Bus, a prototype of an autonomous solution for local public transport. Our partially automated trucks from Mercedes-Benz and Freightliner have also caused a stir, a real revolution for long-haul traffic, delivery traffic. With all our love for technological progress, we are well aware that the commercial vehicle sector is always about generating economic value. In this regard, we see great potential for autonomous vans as well. We offer our customers new transport and mobility solutions. We enable continuous operation without a driver. And we create vehicles with a more loading space. In addition, there are the advantages of sharing. This enables more flexibility and individual application possibilities, for example, through ride-pooling concepts such as Via Van. Ladies and gentlemen, all this, of course, is just the beginning. We invited you today because we want to show you the milestones on this path. Further development of products, technologies, and services. In combination, these elements create something completely new, perfectly designed for the cities of the future, developed by Mercedes-Benz Vans. Let's get started.
I think future cities should be designed for people so that it has a human scale, able to cross streets in an easier way, that we would be able to live closer together in the urban developments, that we would see more green and nature in the city. The public spaces should act as a living room and a meeting place for everyone in the city. We need to develop more integrated mobility networks in cities, not least making sure that people can walk and bike to work and school and to where they live. But also we need to make sure that people can actually get the last mile to public transportation. But everyday streets should also be designed in a more flexible manner so that hopefully streets can be used differently during the weekdays and during the weekends, possibly even during summer and winter.
I really like the question about how the streets will look like, because it always feels that in depicting a certain future, you always take the street as the prime example, because in the street, everyone and everything comes together. Maybe it won't look that much different from today, but it will be much different, because digitalization actually puts a net around us, adds a new layer to the city that only we personally experience through our devices, that is not necessarily seen as a change in the infrastructure, but that fundamentally alters the idea how we move through the city. When we talk about city infrastructure, we no longer talk about streets and buildings, we talk about flows of traffic, we talk about flows of information. Up till now, we kind of went wherever something was we needed. But in the future, the city will sort of move more around us and bring stuff to where we actually are.
By 2035, we hope that Singapore would be a smart city. And by smart city, we hope to be able to harness what we think is advancement in technology, especially digital technology, to enhance the lives of Singaporeans. In 2035, we hope that Singapore will become a car-light society. Although I say it's car-light, of course we will still have cars. The key to that is in using autonomous technologies. We hope to be able to adapt autonomous vehicles for use in our urban environment for public transportation. Certainly, we also see the use of mobility on demand, shared mobility, as key enablers in urban mobility as well. The transportation of goods will look quite different as well. Certainly, we want to be able to use autonomous vehicles to transfer goods between places. But I think what is perhaps quite exciting is also the use of drones. There is a whole space in the air that we are not using well today. If I put on my imagination hat, I think the streets of the future, you will see a much smoother flow of traffic. You will see a lot more people cycling, walking alongside that traffic. You'll see cars zoom by, but maybe without drivers in them. The people in the cars will be relaxed, they'll be doing their reading, they'll be catching up on a movie, or just having good quality conversations with their families.
In the city of the future, we have to think about traffic in a holistic sense. as an organic infrastructure that organizes our everyday lives. What we are talking about here is basically a highly efficient metabolism that keeps the city in motion and facilitates a high quality of life for its inhabitants. Holistic mobility will enhance everyday life and make cities of the future a better place to live. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to have you here as our guests. Today, we would like to give you an insight into a mobile future, some aspects of which could soon be part of the here and now. We have already seen what experts from all around the world have to say about the transformation of our cities. And we are working hard on that at Mercedes-Benz Vans. At the end of the day, the city is the natural environment for our customers' vehicles. Especially interesting is the so-called city morphology. This is a field of science that analyzes urban areas in biology terms. As a living and growing organism, where the layout is a kind of genetic code and the cells are permanently changing and regenerating themselves. Sadly, in our everyday lives, these changes are most obvious as roadworks on the way to work. In this kind of organic view, our infrastructure, you could say our vans, are molecules that keep a city's metabolism alive. Enzymes with cooling units, antibodies with blue lights or electrically powered messengers, with plenty of space for important goods. This way of thinking fits perfectly with our Advanced Future initiative, which we launched in 2016. The idea behind Advance was to think about mobility and transport as an organic network, in which all aspects are linked and work fully together. At Mercedes-Benz Vans, we are therefore evolving from a manufacturer to a provider of holistic mobility and transport solutions. This starts with strategic consulting and includes everything from hardware and software solutions to the provision of services. Our advanced strategy currently consists of 5 areas to address the central fields of innovation in the mobility and transportation industry. However, these areas do not function in isolation, but as an open competence network incorporating our customers and partners. By combining the necessary elements, we are able to offer a tailor-made solution for each industry. We have already shown this, our new Sprinter, which is not only fully connected, but as of 2019, fully electric. Today, we are expanding Advance with the further aspects. Autonomous Advance. That means in future, we will also be sending vans onto the roads without drivers, fully autonomous, as well as efficient, safe, and sustainable. The cities of the future will be several times bigger, but above all, they will be more densely populated than they are today. For our customers, this growth means they will have to deal with a far higher level of transportation, needs of people, and of course, goods. At the same time, we want to achieve greater quality of urban life, which includes less traffic, less noise, and zero emissions. The United Nations estimates that 5.2 billion people will living in cities by 2030. That means 60% of the global population would be city residents. And there would be more than 700 cities worldwide with more than 1 million inhabitants. It means the city of London would become a megacity of around 10 million inhabitants. That's around twice the number of people currently living in Denmark. In view of this development, it's obvious that we have to rethink urban transport and mobility. It's already apparent that the infrastructure in many places is overloaded. Clearly, as a manufacturer, we can't fight this on our own. But we want to, and we will play a major role. In fact, we have already done quite a bit in this regard. Think about our services from Sharing Advance or our comprehensive e-drive strategy. Both to relieve cities and at the same time offer our customers true commercial added value. Autonomous Advance is the next logical step. Autonomous vans will facilitate transport and mobility solutions that were not imaginable a few years ago. I am convinced it will totally change the routes in our industry, in people moving, and in goods transportation. The transport efficiency gains enormous, and this also leads to a significant reduction in operating costs. This helps city infrastructure as well as our customers. Let me outline briefly how. We benefit in terms of this technology either from our own innovations or from technology transfer within the Daimler Group. With Autonomous Advance, we can directly address the specific use cases of our vans. We are aiming at a total of 3 areas, starting with restricted zones, such as factory sites or airports. Secondly, on fixed roads, such as deliveries or urban public transportation. And finally, on unrestricted roads, such as individual courier runs, as mobile package stations, or an on-demand ride-sharing, as we are already offering with Via Van, although still with drivers. We can multiply transport efficiency here many times over. And we are providing an answer to one of the growing challenges, especially in the last mile industry, a lack of drivers. Companies are already finding it extremely difficult or even impossible to fill these jobs. That is because of the high cost pressure in this industry, which makes the jobs of the delivery driver increasingly stressful and less attractive. Last summer, for instance, the German employment agency announced that more than 5,000 jobs in the logistics industry remained unfilled. At the same time, a German newspaper voted Fahrermangel, meaning lack of drivers, as being the 2017 Logistics Word of the Year. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, autonomous vehicle concepts cover existing needs and can optimize the mobility we already know. However, they also open the door to completely new concepts. The holistic approach of Advance and also the modularity of our innovations offer many opportunities in this regard. We can combine the individual solutions from the different areas of Advance to create entirely new holistic system solutions. For example, intermodal transport, the combined use of different mobility options. In goods transportation, an autonomous van could become a self-driving logistics hub, while drones or self-driving robots cover the last mile to the door. One efficient and, I think, groundbreaking approach is that the vehicles could be constructed in a way that enables them to move people by day and by night goods within the city, both on one platform. In the city of the future, an autonomous van brings someone to the office in the morning, and the same van delivers his groceries in the evening. You won't see these kinds of vehicles on the roads today or tomorrow. But we have pooled all our expertise and many years of industry experience. As a result, we developed a vehicle study that embodies this visionary concept, that makes economic sense for companies and improves the quality of life for future city residents. We call it Vision URBANETIC, our vision of urban mobility, battery electric and fully autonomous. A platform for mobility that can be used for both people moving and goods transportation. Interchangeable body modules make this van a comfortable means of transport by day and a high-efficient delivery van by night. This alternating usage profile means that totally different companies could share one vehicle. For instance, shuttle service and courier, or tradesman and last-mile delivery services. And we have designed the Vision URBANETIC to change the transport modules fast and straightforward. The cargo module serves as a classic load carrier that can transport up to 10 Euro pallets. The people mover module, on the other hand, turns the van into a premium ride-sharing vehicle with space for up to 12 passengers. Changing the modules automatically takes just a few minutes. As a fundamental principle, we did not develop the Vision URBANETIC as a new vehicle concept, but from the very first start as a holistic system solution. It therefore integrates seamlessly into a holistic ecosystem that smoothly combines operation, control, and fleet management. Logistic companies and private customers simply communicate their mobility wishes digitally. This is how we will take the crucial final step of becoming a holistic mobility service provider. Previously, we were active mainly as a vehicle manufacturer, as an advisor of financial matters, as a fleet manager, and as a provider of mobility services. We are taking the next step with autonomous advance. With autonomous solutions like this, we could act as an aggregator, combine different offerings on one platform, or as a system provider, developing large and individual overall packages. The Vision URBANETIC is part of a cloud-based holistic system solution. The system also offers new opportunities in the use of company resources. That means different companies, even competitors, can share such a van. The various different needs would be organized in the system, the algorithms, with maximum efficiency. Such a model could lead to substantial overall cost savings. Except for the battery charging time, each vehicle can be used 24/7, 365 days a year. Ladies and gentlemen, our Vision URBANETIC is a symbol of the mobility of the future. I am convinced autonomous, connected, and fully electric driving will lower traffic and emissions in cities. But see yourself, the autonomous van of the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, our vision, URBANETIC, is far more than just an autonomous van. It's a part of an ecosystem that covers the entire value chain. It works with maximum efficiency, relieves the infrastructure, and creates opportunities for new business models. At the beginning, I spoke about the city as a living organism. With the vision URBANETIC, we are showing the power of evolution when mobility adapts to the requirements of its surroundings. And manufacturers think beyond the individual vehicle to develop organic system solutions. Only then does traffic truly become a metabolism that keeps our cities and the life there in motion. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Yeah, first of all, I think the advantage is that we have a holistic and sustainable system there in place. For sure, it's autonomous, and that I think is a very good advantage for the smart cities. And then we have a system developed where we can use it for different requirements. We can swap the use cases for our URBANETIC system. That means on one hand, we can use it as a cargo system. On the other hand, we can use it as a people mover. The most important benefit is that on one hand it's a zero emission product. On the other hand it can support the traffic into a smart city in the future to reduce it because we have this kind of a pay-per-use opportunity as a business case in place with our URBANETIC system. I think these are some very important advantages which we can offer with our new product system. On one hand, I think customers which we already have, these are parcel deliverers on the last mile, they can use it. On the other hand, it's for companies who move people from A to B. There are different opportunities. This, from my perspective, are the two most important customers who can really has a good use with our new autonomous URBANETIC.